So how much do you think about communication on a day-to-day basis? How much do you try to improve it? How much do you try to get better at communication? And do you even think that it's that important to get better at? Because I used to think about communication as something that was, something to think about, because of course we all want to communicate in a good way, all want to connect. But I never thought about it in the way that I started thinking about it once I started making these videos. And I just want to share this because I think this is something that will show how freaking important communication actually is and the importance of it for anybody in doing anything in your life, man. It is literally the strongest, the most important, one of the most important things that we could ever do in our life, because communication is how we're going to be able to connect with other people. Communication is going to be how we're going to communicate an idea. And I've recently realized that it actually is like a superpower, not just in being able to communicate ideas or anything like that, but being able to have peace, love, joy throughout any way that we are able to bring to other people, man. It's literally how you're going to walk around your life. If you're able to communicate, communication isn't just like talking one-on-one. It's not just like me, you, I'm going to say good words that are the best. It's about being able to have presence, being able to be relaxed, being able to walk around and spread joy, spread love, spread your, not just that, but also your personality, your expression, being able to express yourself, man. And I think even if you are amazing at something, like you're really good at something, like you're really good at a craft or master or anything like that, and you're really focused on this purpose that you're going into, you could be, in your room, you could be at work, focused on this one specific thing. But then you still got to go outside. You got to talk to people. You got to connect with people. You got to communicate. And it can be very freaking tough if once you do that, all of a sudden you start getting anxious. All of a sudden you start like, oh my gosh, I can't be myself authentically. And I'm not perfect at this. I'm not perfect at this at all, man. There's times where I still get anxious. I still get nervous, all this stuff. But I think that it's something that I've realized the better that I get at it, oh my gosh, I never realized how much better I needed to get at it. How much I did not like feeling, that anxiety, feeling like I don't even want to go certain places because I can't fully be authentic. Like I'm worried about myself, all that stuff. So like being able to communicate something, being able to communicate is being able to have this like electric flow through everything, man. So let's say you're a director, you're trying to direct, you're trying to go out there and tell your actor like, hey, like this is what I think you should do. You got to communicate that. Maybe you have a perfect vision in your head of what you want them to do, but if you can't communicate that thing, you're never going to get that to the perfect way. So I think that this really came because I was sitting here and my brother had sent me this video, and it was this video talking about this extra, what do you call it? Existential question. They got the existential questions of like the big questions out there. And for myself, one of the main thing that I'm trying to communicate in my life is the word of Jesus, is Christ. And I've realized if I can't communicate that very well, then it's not going to go off very well for other people, man. But he sent me this video and it was like talking about these existential questions, and it was so damn amazing. I was like, oh my gosh, it's making me think about this stuff. It's making me think about like all these things, like of why we do what we do. Why do we wake up in the morning? And one of the things I got from that is like, what is the one question that we have to ask ourselves in our life? Why do we wake up every single morning? And a lot of people are walking around their life. They go to work, they go do all that stuff, but they don't know why they do it. Now, if I meet somebody that is doing that, how do I communicate that in a nice, pleasant, loving, joyous way? Somebody in your life is probably dealing with something, and you've probably felt like, I want to help this person. I want to be able to, show somebody this specific thing. Maybe it's not even that. Maybe it's just something that you're excited about. Maybe something that you want to communicate. Like you get so excited about something, and then you go outside and you're trying to like talk to somebody about it. You can't communicate that. It comes out flat. You're like, no. Like I know. There's like so much to this, but it's just hard to communicate that sometimes. And imagine having to walk around the rest of our life with that, holding on to these things that get us excited. But imagine being able to package them, not only in a way of just thinking about ourselves, being able to communicate the excitement, but being able to communicate it for the other person. Like, why is this so important? Thinking about the person that we're talking to on the other side. Like, I know how you think, and I'm going to communicate this message in a way to get you excited too, so that we can share in this excitement, man. So for that, like, thinking about these existential questions, it's like, I know that it's so important. The one thing I have to do is be able to communicate this stuff, because it's like, all these things are back and forth. It's like so many questions that you get from this, and it's so complicated, these existential questions, that you would probably lose somebody within an instant of like trying to bring it up to them. You know what I'm saying? It's not easy to do that. It's not easy at all to do that. So maybe we can become better communicators to be able to bring this stuff better and better, whatever it might be, whatever that thing that you're excited about, whatever that thing that you want to share with other people is. And not only that, once you get better at that, once we understand that communication is so much more than just being able to say things sweetly, say the right words. It's about that energy and expression. All of a sudden we get to open up. We get to open up fully. We get to walk around with a peace. We get to hold on to our peace. That's part of communication. Hold on to your peace wherever you go. Then you start asking yourself, what is going to be the thing that actually helps us keep our peace? For me, it's Jesus. You start asking yourself questions like, where do you get your confidence from? It starts like sending you into an existential crisis yourself. That's the best part about communication. I feel like personally, communication is one of the best things we could ever freaking do, man. Because if we don't ask ourselves, what is the reason why we are not able to be at peace, not able to bring this expression into whatever we're doing, then we're always going to walk around holding on to this. We're always going to walk around anxious anytime we want to talk about anything, anytime we go anywhere. And it is a lot of work to be able to get to this, but it's something that gives us hope. There's times where I used to feel like, oh my gosh, is this just how I'm always going to be? Anxious, stressed when I try to go somewhere? Well, I don't think we want to be like that. So, being able to dive into communication, learn that there is more to it. Even the smallest things, like being able to exit a conversation. I didn't know how to do that in the past. It's funny when I say it. I don't know if some of you guys feel that too, but I didn't know how to exit a conversation. I would sit there for the longest talking with somebody because I didn't know how to exit the conversation. And it's just that small little question where I would have to be like, a lot of the times we will stop there. We will be thinking about stuff like I don't know how to exit the conversation, but then we stop there. We don't go look it up. We don't try to improve it. But once I started doing that, all of a sudden I had peace within that. I literally went to ChatGPT, asked it how the hell would I exit a conversation? Boom, boom, bam. I start talking with it. And then I think about Jesus. That gets an idea sparked. Jesus would just leave in presence, leave in peace. All of a sudden, I don't got to worry about that no more. I have more fun in conversations because I know I could dip out whenever I want. So what's that thing that's been stuck with you, man? What's that thing in communication where you feel like, oh my gosh, I've been having this stress, this anxiety. I can't figure this out. And how can you start actually going out to look it up, to find out methods for solving it, to find out ways of improving that communication? Because it's not just important for being able to communicate. It's important for being able to keep your peace, man. I just feel like sometimes you could walk around like a little cocoon because we don't know, we're not confident in our ability to be able to go out there and know that we can just communicate and connect with anybody. But the better that we get at this, the better we're able to be like, okay, I'm confident in this. I got the weapons, I got the tools built, I put in the reps. I just want to go outside. I just want to go speak to anybody because I know that I can connect. I know that I've done the work to not think about myself, but to think about the person on the other side. And it's just so important, man. I can't express it enough. If you guys want to talk about it, please let's talk about it. Share your experiences with this, of improving your communication and how it's changed your life, because this is something I could just go on for forever, man. Forever.